Gold must have had a very different value back then, chat. They're saying that the token used to be 85 gold.
Yeah, that is...
If it cost that much right now, I'd be able to buy like 3 years of game time, and
yes.
Blizzard would go out of business.
Also, yes.
So no,
okay,
they still want people to pay for the game, so it has to be an exorbitantly high price, or the game has trouble existing.
Yeah, I'm in some kind of grove that was just over the hill. Ooh, look at these, like, dryad trees.
It looks like you stayed where we started. No, that's McKillington. Oh, you're not in our party still.
Yeah, you guys need to invite me.
Yeah, you guys did the polluted incense quest already, if I remember right.
I have a pretty cool staff right now. It actually has
you need
effects.
to invite Shell.
Accept.
Okay. There we go. Of course, as soon as I start streaming,
like I
and
said,
it's
I
not
record multiple episodes at once. We stream for hours, and the episodes are not hours long.
Yes.
But I ran out. That's why there hasn't been an episode for like 2 or 3 days. So we're caught up.
So,
now
that I've started streaming, I'm finishing this quest that you guys already did. But now that I've started streaming something that's not Scrap Mechanic, I'm being flooded with people asking me when's Scrap Mechanic.
Am I playing a rogue in Legion? I don't see why I would change characters. Especially since they just changed my character for me.
Uh-huh.
All my skills are new. Like, I just became a new class.
Wander's been tempted to play his monk when we get up there.
No, I'm either going to keep playing Death Knight, switch to Paladin when we hit 90, or switch to Demon Hunter when we hit 100. Just because I'm a superior alcoholic, and it's fun.
I know, I'm an alcoholic too.
On some level, it feels weird in an RPG series to change characters midway through the series. But specifically in WoW, there's the additional level of, like, the complexity of each class can be kind of nuts. The new patch may have kind of rectified that, but for the most part, I was a little worried about the idea of, like, switch to this new character. They have 50 skills you've never seen before. You're doomed.
Yeah. I remember when I had my boost for my hunter from Draenor, and it was just like, hey, look at all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know how... I never even played enough of Hunter prior to figure out how to tame new ones.
They have done such a good job at, like, cutting it down, though. Like, I actually have a reasonable moveset that isn't going to drive me mad. And I really appreciate that.
Here we go. I'm trying to think of what I would change to if I changed characters. Because doesn't pre-ordering Legion give you a free level up or something?
Yeah, it gives you a free level 100 character.
Because that's the only way it could possibly happen, because I don't have time to level a new character.
Well, yeah, so when you
seeing as how many episodes this took.
Well, your other alternative would be going Demon Hunter, just because they start at level 100.
Yeah, a new character could be interesting.
Well, and also, Demon Hunters are probably, a mix between, like, rogues and warlocks and who knows what.
Yeah.
I heard they have a roguey vibe to them.
Definitely the safest thing would be to play another DPS, because then if I'm screwing up because I don't know what I'm doing, we don't immediately wipe. Because I will be confused by all the skills on my character.
Every class is a DPS.
True.
Now, so are you guys all the way back over there?
I don't know if I'd really ever want to be a DPS priest.
No, Shadow Priests are not fun.
If you're, it really,
I don't think they've ever been fun.
There's a vast difference between casters and melee, just off the bat.
Yeah, casters are way less in danger all the time.
I don't want to be a boomkin. Why do I have to be a boomkin? My astral form was taken away from me.
How?
Well, no, I like being balanced, yes. But, whoa. Oh, that's interesting. So because I applied bark skin, it applied a bark texture to my character.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It never did that before.
I find, like, WoW quote-unquote cutscenes to be the most painful thing ever sometimes.
I don't know if I've ever gone through that one. Did you have to hand that in?
Oh, you did the wolf one I was talking about last time?
I think it's Lycanthra.
It's adorable.
The Corruptor.
Yeah, it's just that I found that when I was picking stuff up, the quests were all right here, so I might want to go back to the hubs later.
They totally threw one of those. I figured... There's one of those quests in here that is totally just like activate these 4 things in order.
Yeah.
Where you just trial and error, click on things until it works.
I did the Lycanthroth one because I figured you guys had already done it.
Yeah, I did. I was narrating the cutscene while it happened last time.
Looks like there's a bunch more. I think you guys did it after I'd already, like, gotten off. Because I was trying to do something else. I don't remember. Where are you guys and what are you doing? What quest are you on, Shale?
I'm past the grove, so I'm fighting more flame elementals.
Wow, we're... Because...
There's this poor panicked guy hanging from a hook.
I haven't handed in the quests that you guys have yet, because I didn't want to fly all the way back there when all the quests were right next to me.
Because there's this area, which I haven't even been to.
Yeah, that's the grove I was just
even
at.
More okay, I guess I'll pick these up.
Yep, that's where I was.
I visited the grove because you were flying there and told me to log off there, but then I saw you guys were over here again, so I came back over here again.
I actually never came over here. I didn't even know this was the thing. Also an inn, though, so I guess it works.
Whoa, this looks interesting.
So, I mentioned the whole,
Chat, I can't give you any recommendations about how to get gold in this game. Have you seen my gold? I have no gold. I can't afford my upgrades for mounts.
Probably, what, farming more dungeons? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I used to get gold in Burning Crusade by being a jewel crafter, where all I would do is download Auctioneer to auto-calculate what to sell stuff for. I'd buy a bunch of gems off of the store, and then I'd jewel craft them, which cost me nothing. And I'd cut them into various skill gems that would give you upgrades to stats, and then I'd put them back in the auction house.
Jewel
and so I just made a free I would just make free money. It was great. I didn't even have to think about what I was selling them for because the mod would automatically figure out what was the competitive price.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I made money, like, in 2009 or whatever year that was.
You mean gold, not actual direct money.
Told you about how he and his brother used to actually get... Did you guys get in-game money or real-life money?
Oh, we would sell RuneScape gold for, like, exorbitant fees. To the people in our town, back in middle school. It was awesome. I think my brother made like $400 or $500 and I made like $200.
Wait, real money?
Yeah. Like, money dollars.
Good old money dollars, my favorite type of money.
Whoa, hey, I wanted to hop on your back.
I'm just trying to figure out how to get a Twilight Inferno Lord.
Oh, those are the orcs that are around those bizarre pillars.
Okay.
Did one of you guys have to find the Dark Flame members yet?
Well, I'm fighting fire things right now. Don't know if it's the flame members.
I have a quest called From the Mouth of Madness that wants me to get different jewel plants. I guess one of you didn't have it
yet. I have it. From the Mouth of Madness. I haven't done that one yet.
I got Stone Blossom and Bitter Blossom, which came pretty easy. They're just everywhere. But I don't see where to get Dark Flame Ember yet. You? No?
I gave my mods permission to start muting people if they start begging me to play other games, and how so many people are just getting muted here.
Yeah, they deserve it.
It's it's honestly kind of frustrating to play like anything else, and it's like play this, and I'm like, no, please, god damn it, I want to play my games, man.
I am about ready to give up on this quest. It has this area highlighted on the map for me to check out, but I don't... There's like no evidence of this plant anywhere.
Oh,
It might be underneath.
We have to save the frightened animals! Come here, squirrel! I want to help you! Yes, I got you.
I don't think there's an underneath, because I think the cave is one of those ones that goes to the hillside and just keeps continuing in that direction.
Got the rabbit.
Okay, well, we'll be coming over shortly to check that one out.
Yeah, let me know if you ever find Dark Flame Embers, because I'm very tired of looking for them.
These guys are hard to catch.
Yeah, well, I guess it's kind of supposed to be the point. Especially when they hide inside the corpses of very large creatures. Okay, rabbits are not
rabbit.
Panicked bunny. Okay, there we go. Looks like we share quest progress, though.
Definitely the classes I always wanted to figure out how to play were, I always wanted to find out about Monk and Death Knight. And, this upcoming Demon Hunter should be interesting, too, because I played all the original classes at some point, but I haven't played a single new class that they've added.
Have a good one.
Monk is interesting if you're, I mean, if you play Rogue a lot, Monk's gonna be pretty straightforward.
Because aren't they even, like, basically another energy class, too?
Sort of. They actually use all three-ish? If I remember right, the tanks have kind of like a rage meter instead. Sort of. It's pretty similar.
Here, bunny, 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 bunny.
I also haven't played Rogue since Burning Crusade, so it's a little bit hard for me to like kind of spot the differences. Because there are just too many of them.
I need to find 5 more frightened critters.
I think I only need to get 3 more.
Wow.
Which is surprising, because I think you started this frightened rabbit is the worst. Literally the worst. Good luck with them.
Okay. Whoa, and I got attacked.
Yeah, go for squirrels. Squirrels are slower. Never mind.
Which doesn't make sense, because...
Everything's fine.
Tiny.
You'll be fine.
Yep.
You just gotta believe?
Ah! Got it.
Bunny. Bunny. Eh?
Got it.
It's like your cursor pops over them.
It is not. This is not a pleasant experience. I wonder if I can do it on a mount, come to think of it.
I tried doing it while I was in bird or cat form, and it wasn't any easier.
The wolf disappeared. No.
10 out of 10. I'm done. Screw this place.
I need 3 more. Bunny, 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 bunny. Come here.
You're on your own.
Where'd my wolf go? I needed him.
Actually, I'll probably just go murder things. Yeah.
Funny thing is, like, I thought there were going to be more frightened animals as opposed to just squirrels and rabbits.
Robotnik got them all already.
Yeah. Did you see the Sonic Mania? They're making a new Sonic game that's more or less just supposed to be like old school. True old school Sonic.
I can't wait for how bad it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's an interesting question. How shit is
How
Sonic,
bad will it be this time?
I mean, they might have figured it out.
Is it 2D or 3D this time?
2D, like 2D sprite-based. Yeah.
Finally got all the
2D ones are boring and are bad in boring ways. The 3D ones are bad in fascinating and terrible and hilarious ways.
Yeah.
It's like when episode 4 came out, like, it was just, no one cared. It wasn't like, oh man, look at the spectacle of how bad this is, like in a Sonic Boom way. It was just like, I'm bored. I don't want to play it anymore.
I wanted to pick up Sonic Episode 4, but there was no good place to buy it, and never at a reasonable price from my perspective. And I think I owned the second one, but the first one was like $10, and I was like, I don't really want to pay $10 for something I'm probably not going to play much.
Which Sonic was it again that you're talking about?
Episode 4? Because they did they split it up into parts?
Yeah, but also no one recommended any of those parts. So, no, don't touch them. Don't.
I just wanted to play a Sonic game,
It was even supposed to be like a trilogy, and they totally they canceled it without even finishing them. That's how poorly it went.
Oh, now we have to escort poor little Fonz.
My
out
understanding,
of the Inferno.
From what I heard about Sonic Episode 4, it seemed like it was apparently a lot like Tony Hawk HD, where they tried to do like the visuals and everything, but like they forgot to make it control the way the games used to, so like the whole game just feels wrong. Like anyone who played Tony Hawk HD, they're like, "What is this? This is baffling. Like this is not how Tony Hawk it's not a remake of the physics engine. Like the game doesn't control the way that the previous Tony Hawks did. It's like a weird nightmare." And that's what happens when you get the people that made the freaking Tony Hawk Ride games to keep making Tony Hawk games.
I really want to play the new one, actually, just to see how bad it is, but it's Activision, if I remember right?
It's all Activision forever. Oh, actually, until exactly that game. That was the last game under contract. There were some people that were hypothesizing that Activision was trying to ruin the IP so that to devalue it for whoever gets it next. Because that was the last Activision Tony Hawk.
I was gonna mention this. Did you hear about the snafu with Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
You mean like way back in the day where they lost all the DLC?
No.
Because Disney
like
bought it?
Yesterday.
No.
Yesterday. They released it on PC and modern consoles.
Oh.
Guess what they didn't do?
What?
The DLC.
Yeah.
Guess what they also didn't do? The controls.
Oh.
Guess what they also didn't do? The performance.
I mean, the DLC was a given because they already lost the DLC. Like, they lost the ability to sell the DLC not long after the DLC originally came out, when the games originally came out. Well, it was, that was around the time when Marvel got purchased by Disney. And so, what happened is that, like, that literally, like, almost all that game's DLC disappeared from Xbox Live and so on, like, then. So if you didn't have it already, you just couldn't get it. And the DLC is, like, a third of the cast of the characters. So it's pretty rough.
I think it's like 10 characters or something like that. It was a lot.
Yeah. That's a nightmare of legal issues. You're better off just making a new Marvel game.
I think the most egregious thing in my head, though, they're charging $40 per Marvel Ultimate Alliance game.
Is that at least both?
Like, no, $60 for both. Yeah.
Yeah. They're not even that good. They're just Diablo clones with Marvel characters.
I mean, they do have online multiplayer, so eventually when the game is $2, which will be in like 2 decades, then we'll pick it up and play it together, maybe.
That was basically like a friendship ruiner when I played it, because I was playing as Deadpool, and I think I was playing with Max and my brother, and I think Max was playing as Nightcrawler, and I was playing as Deadpool, and we both had attacks where we could just teleport to attack anybody on the screen. And my brother actually rage quit the game and left because he couldn't attack anybody ever. Because the moment an enemy would come on the screen, one of us would teleport to them and one-shot them from before. And he was playing like Cyclops or some asshole that has to walk. So like he just never got to fight, and then he threw his controller and just stormed off and wouldn't talk to us for the rest of the day. I don't remember them being very well-made games, honestly.
I got all the stuff in here.
They were just they were fan service, and that's about it, I think.
Did you just finish escorting the fawns like just now?
Oh, I can't hurt.
Okay, convenience, because I didn't have to do it. I was like, I suddenly have 3 fawns. I suddenly have 3 fawns somehow.
What? I just brought all 3 of them back.
I should have looked at what I was doing here. I got myself in some trouble. Ow.
Oh, you're fine. Your HP bar is barely down.
Yeah, but the enemy keeps turning invincible and knocking me over and stunning me for long distances, so it's a little alarming when it first starts happening.
How do we persuade him?
You have to talk to him several times.
Is that the anvil? No? I didn't pay attention to why I was here. I just kind of saw something to kill and I went for it. Whoops.
I think Marvel Ultimate Alliance was actually one of the first games I tried playing with Shell, but we never got very far for whatever reason.
Now chat's asking me for recommendations of what class to play. I can't, man.
In WoW?
Yeah, I can't tell you anything. I played this game a lot in Burning Crusade days, but like he's saying, he used to play Fury Warrior and Combat Rogue. I'm playing the new Combat Rogue. It's called Outlaw now. That's what this thing is.
If you're indecisive, Druid is usually a good choice.
I've literally played nothing else. And, like, the game changed massively since I used to raid. And in the time since we came back to this game for the sake of this series and stuff, I've never played a single other character or class while we've been doing the series. So I don't have the game knowledge that I had from several years ago, and that old knowledge is useless.
The nice thing is, like, they've kind of balanced everything well, so anything you pick that seems cool is probably going to get through the game, no problem, and they've gotten rid of, like, most classes' like, exclusive abilities, so everybody's kind of interchangeable. It's no longer like you need to have 2 paladins in the raid, or was it 3 paladins? It was 3. Blessing of Might, Blessing of Kings, Blessing of Wisdom.
Used to be 0 for the Horde.
Oh, yeah, that too. That was pretty mean.
Well, just that they were just balanced that way. Shamans and the Shamans and Paladins just sort of counterbalance each other in different ways that require different strategies for gameplay. I mean, honestly, this game's not Warframe, so if you want to try a class, you just make it, and then you start playing it. And if you don't like it, you move on, because none of it costs money, and you don't have to, like, grind to unlock the ability to play as a class or anything. You just play it. And then you just make up your mind if you want to keep going or not. That's the true starting off in WoW experience, is to roll like 10 characters and keep starting over because you keep trying to make up your mind which one you like the most. I used to have a character of every class on one server. A lot of level 20.
Wait, what was this?
A lot of level 22s.
Oh, you got all the berries.
The other guy did. He's being aggressive. Yoink? No. Never mind. No yoink.
Yeah, from what I can remember of Ultimate Alliance, it was basically just a carbon copy of their previous games, which were the X-Men Legends games. But
Yes.
but much like the Marvel vs. Capcom games, like that started off as X-Men vs. Street Fighter, they just expanded the roster and made the same type of game again. And yeah, it was like a 3D top-down Diablo type game where you run around and beat on people and get some experience and level up your 4 skills. And everyone had 4 skills because they were mapped, or they either had 4 skills or 4 skill slots because they had to work on an Xbox controller. So it was like playing Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2, kind of. Just running around with 4 people, bashing on people with fan service-y characters, and I don't feel like there was much to the combat, really. You kind of just... It just had to be enough that you were amused by what you were getting to play as, basically. I think that's pretty much what it came down to.
Yeah, there were...
I never got to play enough of Marvel Ultimate Alliance to figure out.
We played an amount of it. It was boring. Like, the plot was eh. The first boss was like the dumb dragon thing, which was...
Oh, what was it? Fu Manchu, or whatever his name was?
I think it might have been Fu Manchu.
No, that doesn't sound right.
Shush. Sounds right enough.
I remember Ultimate Alliance 2 was...
What was it, Fing Fang Foom, or...
Oh, yeah, Fing Fang Foom. There we go.
I remember Ultimate Alliance 2 was Civil War.
Right.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to the idea that storyline even existed, because I'm not a comic reader.
Civil War was pretty fun to read, actually. It was a pretty good comic series.
Gotta say, was much better in the movie than in the game.
Yeah.
I need to examine these.
Honestly, I liked it better.
Civil War was not great.
I liked it better in the comics because the comics actually kind of had a reason.
I have
You gotta
to
get
hop
off
off
me.
of you.
Yeah. In the comics, they actually had a lot more build-up to
I
it.
didn't mean to do that.
For some reason, they want me to ask you what's more powerful, Death Knight or Paladin. I mean, the game's supposed to be balanced, so the answer should be no one. Death Knights and Paladins almost sound like they're the same class in some ways.
They're not. I want to say Paladins probably do less damage.
They're more supposed to be about outlasting and out-healing, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to judge.
Paladins are harder to kill than Death Knights, aren't they?
Death Knights are really hard to kill.
sort of undead, so
but
they...
No, Shell. That means nothing.
We're talking about video game Shell, not lore Shell.
Yeah.
But they actually do have means to like vivify themselves or keep themselves alive.
Yeah, Death Knights have a bunch of like lifesteals and stuff. I don't honestly know who'd win in a fight. Yeah, I also haven't seen Paladins since they updated it, so I actually have no idea.
Yeah, that's the extra thing, is that the entire game just changed last time we were playing, so none of us have useful knowledge about this game anymore.
Well, I mean, I noticed
they pulled out the rug from under the game's balance, and who knows where everything lies now.
I am really upset that they actually took away the balance aspect of balance. I used to have a bar where, like, half of your spells were associated with the moon and half of your spells were associated with the sun. And depending on how much you used of one or the other, your bar would go left or right, sun or moon. And then when it was like in full moon or full sun mode, all of your spells would have like reduced cooldowns associated with the sun or the moon, depending on which one you were attuned to. And I thought that was a really cool mechanic. And they just took it out.
What are you guys doing over there?
Quests.
Where'd you get the quest from?
Massive quest line from the town directly next to us here.
And
Shell was doing it, so I figured I'd help her.
It started at this grove.
Yeah, there's like a town grove thing.
Huh.
Oh, you want me to just hop on you?
We were just completely doing different regions at this point.
I mentioned this several times, but we're in podcast mode, so it doesn't matter. Guess we'll just trade off. We'll go do the quest you just did.
It's confusing, because at the same time you were talking about doing the same quest as me, so I was like, oh, okay, tell me when you find it.
I was at first. Well, I thought we were going to be over shortly.
Shell, were you fighting fire elementals earlier in a weird place full of like miners and everything? Yeah, I just did that.
Well, no, she was fighting fire elementals in an area full of orcs, which is different.
The weird fiery area, right?
There are two weird fiery areas.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This place is actually like 50% fire and 50% forest in random patches in every direction.
Wait,
weird.
He freed himself?
Yeah.
Oh, the frightened animals. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Yes.
So I've been listening. There's a show I watch sometimes called Previously Recorded. That is it's a video game review / like streaming channel. That's a spin-off of Red Letter Media, the people that do Plinkett reviews and everything, and Half in the Bag. And Jack on there actually put a point forward that actually was kind of compelling to me about the idea of Civil War. The idea that functionally that might as well be two different movies, and that's why some parts of the movie feel weirdly irrelevant to what's going on. Because basically, there should be a movie about brainwashed Bucky and figuring out how to deal with the fact that like this Captain America's friend is brainwashed and trying to save him when clear his name while he's also being triggered here and there by keywords and stuff like that. And then there's the separate storyline, which is the Civil War storyline and the Registration Act, and they just mash the two of them into one movie, and that's why they don't feel like they fit.
Yeah, it's totally true. They mushed them together in kind of the worst way, but the alternative would require a hell of a lot more. Honestly, I actually really wish that Civil War took place after Infinity Gauntlet.
Maybe.
Because the premise for Civil War originally was there was a lot of there was a lot of like
all the bears are in the tree.
There was a lot of like not, I don't even know how to describe it necessarily.
Wow, clicking on frightened animals is infuriating.
It is. It's pretty bad.
They're just tiny.
But like the premise for Civil War was kind of twofold. There was like this whole thing where the Skrull.
Oh, I already have a bear cub.
The Skrull had like invaded and nobody trusted heroes for a while. And then what's his face? Nick Fury kind of disappears, so S.H.I.E.L.D. falls apart, putting Tony Stark in charge. And then some like mutants blow up like a elementary school or something.
Yeah, but children die.
Yeah, which is, you know, of course, super bad. And
that's one way to get people to talk about that kind of thing, about whether or not you need to control mutants, is after a bunch of children get killed by the one.
Yeah. I actually thought it was kind of like an interesting story, and there was like a huge amount of build-up for a while.
Chuck the bear cub.
I know. Oh, are you supposed to chuck it at that? I just chucked a bear cub into the distance.
No, we're supposed to.
Well, I just murdered a bear cub.
We're supposed to chuck the bear.
I chucked it on top of a mountain. I'm a terrible person.
I just feel like there was a weird thing where Tony Stark takes a stance in the Civil War movie for actual like reasons related to like stuff that's happened around him and to him and because of him. Because especially after Ultron, where he should be extra guilty after all the stuff that he did.
Yeah,
Go, bear.
But then like the other side of the argument, instead of being like a counter argument, is more like Captain America's constant attempts to save Bucky, as instead of an equal and an opposite argument. So it doesn't even feel like a clash of ideologies the way that Civil War should be. It just feels like one person has all these ideologies and stances and things he's trying to solve, and the other person just really wants to save Bucky. I'm like, well, this is asynchronous.
This is so cute. I love this quest.
I'm having a problem with the quest where it's not... Oh, I can aim it.
Yes, you can.
I didn't even realize. I keep hucking bear cubs into the distance.
The poor things. You probably slaughtered them.
Yeah. I told you I'm bear murdering.
Go, bear cub. Onto the trampoline.
Well, I just persuaded somebody really fast. That was easy. You can yet be redeemed. Yeah. Click, click, click. He's been redeemed.
Oof. Master of diplomacy.
He's not really redeemable.
Yeah.
Oh shit. We should figure out when Divinity Original Sin is coming.
Probably the end of the year or later, if it even comes out this year.
Wait, bears are ready for turn-in?
Yeah, because you and I were doing it at the same time.
Oh, I keep forgetting that we actually share progress.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
It usually depends on whether or not it's like a kill or a do thing objective. But if it's a pick up thing, then you don't share it. Usually.
Mm-hmm. Alright, can you actually bounce on that? Neat.
Yes. It's an achievement for bouncing on it, like...
I'm mowing down the wailing weed.
20 times without falling off, apparently?
20 times without falling off? Neat.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's less than 20, but I just got it.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Now the problem is getting off of it.
Hey, 83.
God damn it, I got off of it and it bounced me back up.
Every bit of progress matters.
It's just called bounce. Not exactly what I'd call the most advanced of quests. But whatever, I'll take it.
What do you have against bouncing?
I mean,
My
I had
character
enough of
twirls
it.
around in circles.
I'm
Dear
I'm done
Lord.
bouncing. I've hit
when
the cap.
I come to this fiery area, it's now just 7 different objectives, with just glowing circles overlapping each other. I'm just gonna start hitting things and hope that they're an objective, because everything apparently is an objective over here. Jeez.
Did you get the achievement yet?
Yep, that was an objective.
I did.
There you are. Hop on.
Okay, we got a bounce
Let's see.
achievement.
Did you already turned in the quest? Okay, we're not going to do the next one. We're going to go back and do the
We're
ones
gonna
that
go
Keith
back and
was
do
just
the
doing.
ones that Keith had already completed.
Bouncing achieved. Oh, I've got an injured fawn following me around. Oh, look at the little guy.
Wait, you didn't return it to its mother?
I'm gonna go fight a fire elemental next to it now. I mean, I literally just clicked on him, and now he's chasing me around. He doesn't seem very injured, to be honest.
So, we have
I
to
don't know
slay
what your
these
quest
dudes?
is here.
It is number 2. I need to get
Go
Stone
to
Bloom, Bitter
Lycanthrope
Blossom, and...
the Corruptor.
This is from the Mouth of Madness.
No, yeah, click on Lycanthrope the Corruptor.
Oh, that's ready for turn-in. That's over here.
Okay. I don't know where that is. Is that in the cave?
Everything
Up
here is
ahead?
a quest.
I think so, and the odd thing was the wolf wasn't there when we went last. And...
Check if you got a bodily thing in your inventory that summons them.
still isn't
you're
here
supposed to-
for me.
So you bounced on a trampoline 20 times and they gave you an achievement for
There,
it.
that thing.
Sure, why not?
Like Hans Incense. Oh, yep, that it is. Wolf, wolf. Oh, woo. We'll kill it.
There's a really weird juxtaposition between escorting injured fawn and fighting things called raging firestorms.
Yeah.
And the firestorms are just being fought by trees, which seems like a counterintuitive thing to fight a fire with.
I mean, use what you've got on hand.
Fight
and
fire
if you're made
with
out of
fuel
wood,
for more fire.
I'm just embedded in wolf's gruff right now.
Yeah, happens. Oh, interesting. Well, turned into a mount. I can't actually change... No, I just can't hold shift to compare stuff.
It's definitely amusing to watch these things fight the trees just because they have giant swords, and the death animation for a tree is just to get chopped in half and fall over. Like, well, that was roughly what you should have expected.
Whoa! This wolf is just taking out all the worgen. Nom nom.
Oh, you're doing the animation. You're doing the cutscene now?
Yeah, she finally figured out how to do it.
The three of us did it so split off from each other. It's such an awkwardly animated cutscene. It's kind of adorable.
It is. It's like, it's adorable, but at the same time, could have done it a little better.
Oh wow, so that's Goldrin. Neat.
What do I do with the... So I have these central fire stones, and I actually am not sure which objective they're related to. There's so many objectives. I gotta turn some of these in just to clear them out of my inventory, so I can keep track of what's going on around me.
I still can't compare equipment anymore. This sucks.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, it probably doesn't matter too much, but it still sucks.
Is that... Oh, these tiny orcs are the Twilight Inferno Lords. Okay.
Yeah, they're gray for some reason. I think it's because, they're serving the Legion?
Alright,
or no, Destroyer.
They're just really big Twilight fans.
Let's do Eye of Twilight next.
Wait, what are we doing?
I have Twilight. You're right next to it.
Seems to be a lot of Twilight around here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just maybe they're just misspeaking. We're gonna find out that all these orcs are actually worshipping Twi'leks. They're just really big fans.
Oh. I mean, look, they just want a head tail, man.
Who doesn't want a head tail? Except for everyone who doesn't want a head tail. Might be a
They're
large,
still one of my
large
favorite
chunk of people.
races.
They always kind of weirded me out.
They probably should.
I don't know.
They probably should.
Fleshy stuff is just strange to me.
Hey.
Yeah, they're giant, fleshy, awkward head monsters.
Yeah. With sharp, pointy teeth that are kind of blackened and gross looking.
Oh yeah.
No. Only, like, males have sharp teeth. Oh.
I mean, that counts.
That's
might as
sexist.
Well, it's interesting because the males also are the only ones that have traditional human ears. The females
Yeah.
just have
That's also
cornrows
really
on
weird.
their head.
It's almost like somebody just had to make a costume one day in a back room and wasn't thinking about it very much, like most of early Star Wars. And late Star Wars, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think what it was maybe females were supposed to have the regular ears too, because the one example of a female was Ula, and she had that headpiece. Obviously, they use those tiaras to hide the fact that they have the head tails sticking on them in some way. But, yeah, so I think people misinterpret it as, you know, those cones are what their ears are, when in fact, the males, yeah, I don't know. That, or they didn't expect Bib Fortuna and Ula to be the same race.
Very possible.
But then went with it later, being like, oh yeah, well, they both happen to have head tentacles.
They must be the same
Shel,
people.
we should probably go into the cave for a second. I think there's some stuff in here that we need.
There's one thing I still need. Oh!
So I killed 3 Twilight Lords, and then there's just no more left.
They're around those, like, glowy pedestal things.
Weirdly spaced out.
Yeah, they are very spaced out. A surprisingly competitive area, too. Okay.
I just need to go down into the river, I think. I knew that looked like it was something I could claim.
Loktar. Be safe.
There we go. Consider yourself
Okay.
subjected.
You actually found the dark flame, whatever.
The
What?
what? Yeah.
You found it?
Shell found. Yeah, Shell found the dark flame member somehow.
Have you found it?
I'll go look now, seeing as Shell's.
'Cause I still have no idea where it
behind me.
is.
It's literally over here. It's in the brazier.
Oh.
I need to free some servitors.
Yeah. I don't know where that is.
I was running around like a lunatic
I
earlier
see.
trying to find anything I could interact with to even get that objective, and there was just... I could not find anything.
It's actually really easy to find now that you know what to look for. They really need to add the sparkles on top just to kind of let you know what you're looking for.
It's still so weird that these guys have 2 heads. But I suppose, like, traditional Ettins
Yeah.
had 2 heads. But don't they just make it that, like, special ogres
Well,
have 2
yeah.
heads?
The point in this is like if they've got 2 heads, they're smarter and have magic powers. So that's why the 2-headed ones are almost always the ones with magic.
Oops, I'm killing Gargoyle.
I think I got sidetracked
We have
and all
to-
of my fawns died.
Oh no!
I was escorting them, and then they didn't exist anymore, so I assume that didn't end up well for them. This is a
Okay.
vague hypothesis.
Shell, there's a key in this chest up here that we gotta
Okay.
grab.
There we go.
You might
Whew.
want to grab it before Gargoyle shows back up.
Such a density of
Oh,
quests
it's in the
removed.
chest where Gargoyle was.
Yeah.
I can't
Oh,
grab it.
did you not? Here, let me try sharing it with you again. Yeah. You didn't accept the quest when I shared it with you. Now try.
Except now Gargoyle's there again.
Fight him.
Yep.
It's not like Gargoyle is actually an issue.
Nope.
Who's gargling?
You already killed him. So no more
Now I
gargling
have the
for you.
rusted key.
So if you have 3 fawns following you, they don't have any hitboxes, so they quickly just all phase into each other into one character model.
I noticed that.
Super
sometimes you see the ears separate, but
I need to figure out where their mom is actually.
ew, a heavy tome bound in flesh lies upon the table.
I hope she's out here somewhere, because I don't remember where mommy dear was.
Okay.
Ooh. Whoa, wait, this looks like a puzzle.
So is it the 4 floating things? You just click them in the right order. Just guess. That was the one I was talking about earlier. It's just kind of a straightforward thing.
You don't even guess, you just read the quest description.
Oh, does it?
Yeah. It's super obvious.
I just kept doing it till it worked. There's not very many combinations.
Just about, like,
you just get knocked over if you're wrong, and then change your pattern accordingly.
Yeah. They gave pretty easy hints, though.
Are the fawns still
interesting.
following me?
The orcs, the ogres have become neutral to me for whatever reason.
I think the fawns stopped following me.
Same with me too.
Huh.
I guess they're just gonna have to die.
I'll take it. I forgot to finish freeing the servitors.
Are you the fawn person?
Christoph
dear.
Mannheim.
This is the guy that I shared the quest
You're
from.
the fawn. Yeah, you're the fawn person. I guess it just didn't go here fast enough.
Where is this? Oh, the hook is in his belt line, supposedly. I got it.
When I was doing the deer quest, I didn't really consider the idea that they would just take off and just get bored being rescued.
Head for the exit.
It just disappeared from my... What? It says 3 fawns already following me. Where are they?
Oh, so we don't need to fight these guys?
Nope, it's not an actual escort quest. It's just kind of the lazy escort quest where you just have a stealthy dude following you around, and if you've already neutralized all the ogres, it doesn't even matter.
Apparently that's what we did.
Escort them back to my loon.
There are no female ogres in this
Skip
game.
to my loon.
Yeah, I'd say it's weird, but like, Keith, have you looked at any of the Orcs Must Die Unchained artwork for the new female orc character?
Looked at nothing of anything.
It's pretty gross.
Wait, how is it gross?
I guess
it's just this like
give up on this
extraordinarily
quest?
overweight ogre lady, orcish ogre lady with like metal, what are the metal pasties? And it's just weird. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna give up on this saving the deer quest.
That's okay.
It's glitched or something, because it says that there's 3 does following me, but I can't find them anywhere. And I can't pick up new ones because they're still following me, supposedly. But when I go to my loon, when I go to my loon, she doesn't rescue them either, and I don't know where they are. So, like, I guess they're just doomed to suffer.